Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I am Atul. In this video, we are going to discuss how we can apply or use the floor function using calculated field in Looker or Google Data Studio. So as you can see here in my table, I have unit price difference without floor and unit price using floor. But if I'll show you my raw data source, then you can see here that we have a unit price column over here in which we have the floating numbers, which means that we have decimal points in the unit price. Now, if we want to show the unit price as an integer where the integer is less than or equal to the input value, then we have to use the floor function. So in this video, we'll create this table and then we are going to apply or use the floor function as a calculated field from scratch so that you can get an idea that when, where, or how you can apply the floor function using the calculated field. So before we use this function, let's understand about this floor function a little. So floor is a type of arithmetic function in Looker and it will return the nearest integer less than or equal to a specific value. So for example, over here we have 189.14 is a specific value and we need to remove the decimal points from here and we need to return the nearest integer value which is less than or equal to this specific value, which is 189. So to do that, what we can do is that we can use the floor function. So now let's go and create this calculated field using the floor function in our table. And to do that, what we need to do is that we need to click on this edit button first so that we can come into the edit mode for this report. And then I'm going to click on page and a new page. So within this empty page, we are going to replicate this table from scratch. So I'm just going to copy this header over here and put it over here. Then I'm going to add a table. And the moment you will add a table, you will see that Looker has selected default data set for this report and it will start reflecting some data. For me, it has taken this data set. But if you want to change the data set, then what you can do is that you can come into the setup and either you can edit the data source or you can select the data source from here. For me, I'll keep this data set as it is and then I'm going to remove this dimension, which is category. So for us, we have to reflect the date wise floor value of this unit price, right? So I'm gonna select date as my dimension, and the moment you will select a column as a dimension, you will see that the table will start reflecting that as a column. Then as a metric, I'll select the unit price over here. So this unit price will be in decimal and I'm just going to rename this unit price as unit price without floor function, and I'll click anywhere in this page and you will see that you have renamed this column. Then we have to use the floor function in our calculated field to get the integer value which is less than or equal to this value. To add a calculated field, what we can do is that we can come to add metric over here and then we have to click on create field. Then we have to give the name of our output field. So for us, the name will be unit price with floor function. And then I'm going to give the formula, which is floor. And the moment you will type FLO or even FL, you will see that the IntelliSense of Looker will start reflecting this floor function. You can select it. And then within this bracket, we have to give the input column. So for us, the input column is unit price. So I'll select unit price and then I'll click on apply. The moment you will click on apply, you will see that the Looker will start calculating using that formula which you had given in your calculated field in the background, and it will start reflecting the data over here. Now if I'll increase the size from 12 pixel to let's say 40 pixel, right? Oh, it's quite large. Let's keep 30 pixel, right? Now if I click on view, you will see that you have a date over here. You have your unit price without floor function, where the unit price is reflecting as 189.14. And if you use the floor function, then you will see that you have the integer value which is less or equal to this value. So this is how basically you can return the integer less or equal to a value using calculated field with the help of floor function in Looker. Happy learning and see you in the next video.